Okay, so you want to own an indoor tennis club. You've played the sport your whole life. You love the culture. You want to find a massive warehouse, paint some white lines, turn on the heaters, and watch the $60 an hour court fees roll in while you sip coffee behind the front desk. Walk into any indoor tennis club on a rainy Tuesday in November at 7 p.m., and it looks like a bulletproof, money-printing business. Every single court is booked. You hear the rhythmic pop of the ball, the echo of shoes squeaking on acrylic, a teaching pro shouting instructions over the noise, and a lobby full of affluent members waiting for their 8 p.m. league to start. You do some quick mental math, 6 courts, $60 an hour, open 15 hours a day. You watch that scene and think, this place is a cash machine. Simple. Here's the problem. You are looking at the exact opposite of the gym business. A commercial gym makes its money by cramming thousands of paying members into a space built for 200, praying most of them never actually show up. The gym relies on ghost revenue. An indoor tennis court is the exact reverse. It is a business defined by a brutal, unchangeable physical ceiling on capacity. When you open a tennis club, you are not really in the sports business, you are in the real estate utilization business. You are selling 60-minute slices of a massive, highly conditioned volume of empty air. And the moment an hour passes with an empty court, that inventory expires forever. You can never get it back. You can never sell it again. And unlike a gym, where a member can squeeze onto a treadmill, a tennis court requires 200 square feet of pristine real estate for exactly 2 to 4 human beings. The revenue per square foot is inherently aggressively capped. To understand why so many of these facilities quietly go bankrupt, and why the ones that succeed are secretly running an entirely different business model than you think, we have to start from the dirt up. Because the price tag of getting the doors open is an architectural and zoning nightmare. You can't just rent an empty storefront next to a grocery store. A single standard tennis court is 78 feet long and 36 feet wide. But you have to account for the overrun, the space behind the baseline, so players don't smash into a wall. So the actual footprint of one court is 120 feet by 60 feet. That is 7,200 square feet. If you want a modest 6-court facility, plus walkways, a small lobby, locker rooms, and a mechanical room, you need at least 50,000 square feet of continuous space. But it's not just square footage, it is cubic footage. You need a minimum ceiling height of 35 to 40 feet over the net, tapering down to no less than 16 feet at the baselines. And here is the kicker. You cannot have a single support column. It must be a clear span structure. Try calling a commercial real estate broker and asking for a 50,000 square foot building with 40-foot clear span ceilings and no interior columns. They will laugh at you. Buildings like that exist in heavy industrial zones, but those are rarely located near the affluent residential neighborhoods where your target demographic lives. So you have to build it yourself. Before you even pour concrete, you have to fight the local zoning board. You are proposing a massive hulking structure that looks like an airplane hangar in a suburban area. The neighborhood association will fight you on the aesthetics. But the real battle is parking. Most city codes require retail spaces to provide 1 parking spot for every 200 square feet of building space. If you build a 50,000 square foot tennis center, the archaic city code might demand you pave a lot for 250 cars. You will have to spend tens of thousands of dollars on traffic engineers and lawyers to request a variance, proving to the city that you only have 24 players on the court at a time, and you don't need a parking lot the size of a Walmart.